usage. That's the star whatever hash. Okay, so the CBN and the NCC, in a statement some days ago, did announce that there will be a change in the cost of USSD. And according to the statement, I like this part where this statement reads, the USSD is a critical channel for delivering financial services, particularly for the underserved and or financially excluded. Okay, this statement then says that this switch, effective from March 16, that was on Tuesday, USSD services for financial transactions conducted at banks and all CBN licensed institutions will be charged at a flat fee of 6 naira 98 kobo per transaction. This replaces the current per session billing structure, ensuring a much cheaper average cost for customers to enhance financial inclusion. This approach is transparent and will ensure the amounts remain the same regardless of the number of sessions per transaction. So we tried to unwrap what this sentence or this paragraph meant yesterday. We all got locked up somewhere. So I brought to you one of those who were at that meeting, at that sitting with the CBN and the NCC and other stakeholders where this statement was agreed on. And he's joining me live in the studio right now. Mr. Ajibola Olude is Executive Secretary of Association of Telecommunication Companies of Nigeria, ATCON. Good to have you on the Morning Crossfire.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. Just to start off, you were at this meeting some days ago where this statement was agreed to.
Sure.
Good. So, guys, get your questions over to him, okay? Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. Drop your comments there. You can also leave your comments on Twitter. Remember to use the hashtag Nigeria Info MCF. Nigeria Info MCF, so that I can read all your comments and your thoughts. All right, here's part 2 of the show. Now, let's start off by explaining to those who are just joining, what is USSD?
Okay, thank you for inviting me to this section. USSD.
Can you move closer to the microphone?
USSD. The full meaning of USSD is unstructured supplementary service data. And USSD is actually a communication protocol used for communicating among mobile network operators' computers, as in computer talking to computer, right? Mm-hmm. So it's actually a protocol communication, right?
That's like technically saying like your LAN.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, we interface with each other, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually a resources on mobile networks operators' computer, right? Which is now being used to deepen financial inclusion, or what we call digital financial inclusion.
Is this communication thing,
yeah,
is it a physical structure or?
It's actually inbuilt.
It's inbuilt in the communication system.
Then it's a standalone. Are you getting? It's a stated network, right? It's meant to do that. Initially, it's your bank right? Banking exclusion.
So is this network,
yes,
right? Which is an interface between mobile network. Say
yes.
Telcos.
Yes, mobile network computers. Yes.
To get information back and forth, or some data back and forth.
Yes.
And the banks also now find it useful, which is my... So, in creating this network, I mean, is it different from the same network that created the other telco infrastructure or other telco functions?
Like I told you, it's a standalone dedicated network. Right? They all work together. But its duty, right, is to deliver real-time information. Right? If you want to pass information now, I get me now, you receive it instantly. If I use USSD, it's actually a short code. I get me now, which is issued by the Nigerian Communication Commission. I get what I'm saying now. But as a result of further discoveries, bank find it useful to deliver financial services.
You've also gone to my next question. So banks sat back and thought, oh, telcos have a great infrastructure that could be also useful for us, right?
Yeah.
And they approach the telcos and say, we'd like to use this
Yeah.
infrastructure. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So when these happened, what was the conversation like between the banks and the telcos? Is it like a payment structure thing? The banks get to pay to use that infrastructure?
Okay, initially, the billing system was corporate billing system. This means that the revenue derived from USSD, are you getting me now? Is shared between the bank and telcos, right? We call it corporate billing system. But after a while, when banks discover that more customers are using it, now bank felt that the price should go down. Just like the first law of demand and supply that says the higher the number of people that are using something, the lower should be the price. You should be able to cover the price because the number has actually increased now.
Yeah.
Right? So the banking sector then approached the telco that the price needs to be downwardly reviewed.
That makes market sense.
Yes.
Right.
Now, they now said, instead of using corporate billing system, let us move to end user billing system. Right? Meaning that it will now be the end user, which is the consumer. Are you getting me now? That will pay for the service.
Under the corporate billing system, who was paying for the service?
It was the bank that was paying.
Okay. So under the end user
Pay for the service.
Why?
Thank you very much. As for the corporate billing system, right, the price was very high. And banks see it as a business. That, okay, if I charge 20 naira, we have a revenue sharing formula. But when it is end user billing system, right, the 6 naira 89 kobo that I talked about goes, it is the consumer that will pay for the service.
Okay, before we go on, let me backtrack. Just explain to me if we're on the same page of the same book.
Yeah.
So telcos, and I'm doing this so that the listener can fully understand. I like to break it down as simply as possible. So telcos have this infrastructure that allows for data going back and forth.
Yeah.
Banks like it.
Yeah.
They also want to reach their customers.
Yes.
Telcos already have the telcos and say, we would like to use your infrastructure, reach consumers. And we'll be paying for it under the corporate, what again?
Corporate billing system.
Billing system. So we're paying for it so that we can reach our consumers.
Yes.
When there were more customers, the banks thought, why pay for it? Let the users pay for it from their end. And that's why we've arrived at this figure.
Yes.
We're good.
Yes.
Good. All right. So here's my question. If the banks are using this infrastructure, and they're making money off it because there's so many charges they're charging the customer for, why are they not paying for it? Why pass it on to the user? Why did telcos allow that to happen?
Thank you very much.
Since your primary customer were the banks, why did it change your customers to become the end users?
Thank you very much for this question. You see, service must be paid for.
Right, accepted.
And when you are looking at the just approved 6 naira 89 kobo, I want you to factor some things into consideration. If you are to go to a bank to carry out this transaction, you have spent more than 6 naira 89 kobo talking about, right? An average Okada man 100 to get to any bank, right? That's about real-time financial service delivery. While you are here now, or while I'm here now, if I want to transfer money to anybody, I don't need to I don't need to.
Mentioned earlier, so banks have various charges just because I'm deciding to do this transfer thing. Okay, so they're charging me. Okay, so there was a review in 2019 that the CBN did, which was a good one, to downwardly review some of these costs.
Yes.
I know you're not here on the behalf of the banks, but since you're on this board,
yes.
So bank customers pay 10 naira for electronic transfers.
Yes.
For amounts below 5,000 naira.
Yes.
So because I'm doing electronic, paying 10 naira for every 5,000, 25 naira for amounts between 5,000 and 50,000 naira, and above 50,000 naira, I'm paying 50 naira. So are you saying this cannot cover the costs of? I mean, this amount is for the electronic transfer, which includes the use of the USSD. Why do I need a separate USSD cost?
You see,
I'm wondering what conversations you both had.
No, you see, let me explain this to you. USSD is one of the channels, right? And it is optional. You do the comparative analysis. Are you getting me now? Of what to right, and what you take. I mean, what it will cost you, right, to use USSD. I think you are more advanced.
I have the costs. This 10 naira for amounts below 5,000. So we have existing costs to say, okay, you don't have to come to I can't remember the last time I went to the bank, for instance. You don't have to come to the bank. You can do these transactions on your phone with whatever platform. So there were existing costs for this. Why is there another cost and it's now tagged USSD? I know we've been paying it for a while, yes, but I'm just trying to understand the rationale behind it.
But we are coming from 10 naira to 6 naira 98 kobo.
So let's talk about how this was built before. What does that 10 naira cover? That 10 naira was for?
That was then. That was when they were using corporate
billing system.
Right? Now, I want you to
10
realize...
10 naira for what?
I told you that under corporate billing system, they have a revenue sharing formula, which I can't say much about. But what I want you to understand is that price of things keep growing due to inflationary pressure.
Okay.
Right? And I want you to take cognizance of one thing, that prices are never static. Recently, the federal government announced that price of PMS will go up. Everybody shouted. Is it what we are paying now that we are paying in 2018?
What you mean price is then higher than what we were paying before?
10 naira.
10 naira paid by who? It wasn't 10 naira paid by
no. Let me tell you something. I paid for using the service of USSD.
Paid by who?
Paid by who?
By the banks?
But banks were custom to MNOs then.
Yes.
Now, with the adoption of end user billing system, the cost is now pushed to the customer, which is are you getting me?
Yes, we're talking about using it anymore. Okay, so this is how I tried to explain it yesterday. I sell stuff. I want to sell to you, but there's delivery cost. So who's going to pay the delivery cost? Is it the seller or the buyer? That's what has happened here.
Yes.
Technically.
Yes.
So they said, I'm the seller. I said, collect the delivery money from
the person
the buyer.
Yes.
So that's what has happened.
Yes.
Here, we agree.
Yes.
Let me go to the phone lines for a minute. Let me see if the people understand this so far. Okay, we're coming back with more questions. 0700 993 993 993. We have a line for female callers, and that's 0146 57190. 0146 57190. Twitter is at Nigeria Info FM. Use the hashtag Nigeria Info MCF. Okay, let's be quick about this. Your comments very quickly. Quick. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is Bayo calling from Lakwe.
Okay.
So, he's talking about the corporate billing, which was 10 naira per transaction. So now they are now taking it to 6 naira. That 10 naira, we were the one paying it, not the bank. And now we are now still going to pay for this 6 naira. I don't understand. He said that the bank was the one paying that 10 naira, but they removed the charges from us. He's saying the same thing. We're still the one paying it. I don't
Okay,
understand.
let us help him explain that. So, I went to download my bank statement yesterday because I don't get a lot for USSD charge. But everyone tells me, but we've all been paying for you. When did this user end, whatever? When did it begin?
It's just starting.
March 16?
March 16.
So before March 16, you're telling me that the banks had been paying for the use of USSD?
You see, I want us to focus on how much we were paying. I mean, how much customers were paying before the meeting between CBN, NCC, and the Minister for Communication and Digital Economy. Right? What we were paying then was high.
Who is we?
It's customers that are paying it.
But you said to me that banks were paying it.
I told you that they have then under corporate billing system, they have a revenue sharing formula.
Okay, so the banks pay a part of it, the customers pay a part of it.
Yes.
So how much what was the charge? What was the how much did it cost then?
Then they were charging 10 naira
per
transaction. For every transaction you do, are you getting me now? You have to pay 10 naira.
Is it per transaction or per session?
Then it was per transaction, whether you call it per session or per transaction.
And each session was how many seconds?
It all depends on you. Right? Now, if I'm transferring 10,000 to you, right? For every 10,000 I transfer, right, I've got to pay 10 naira on it. Are you getting me now? For using the infrastructure.
And for amounts above 5,000, I was paying 25,000, 25 naira.
Yes, the higher you go. It's the higher you go. But now, we are saying that regardless of how much you transfer, I get what I'm saying now. So, for me...
Finish that thought.
So...
Regardless of how much I transfer?
Yes. Regardless of how much you transfer, using USSD, are you getting me now? What you are going to pay is 6 naira, 98 kobo.
You are saying that... there will no longer be 10 naira for 5,000, 25 naira for 50,000.
No disparity again. No disparity again. So for me, customer is at advantage.
Please, let me reiterate this because I know Charles is here. Charles, give me a minute. You're saying that no longer would we have this thing that the CBN reviewed in 2019 that says 10 naira for amounts below 5,000, 25 naira for 5,000 to 50,000. Would only pay 6 naira 98 kobo.
You just read the communique jointly signed by CBN. Are you getting me now? And by CBN and NCC. Are you getting me now? You will see that there is no such what's it called now? Schedule again. That if you transfer 5,000, you pay 10 naira. If you transfer 50,000, you pay 25,000. It is now 6 naira 98 kobo.
Okay, let me take this call. I'm coming back. Okay. Thank you very much for the explanations. Charles is here from Ikeja. Good morning, Charles.
Hi, Wemimo. Good morning.
Hi.
Wemimo, this is your guest in the studio. If he were a lawyer to defend a case, I could go prison.
How now?
On one hand, he's saying a bank with a collect the charge before. Now he's saying a bank, he's saying a revenue sharing formula. Remember, this is the truth. Our own brand of capitalism in this part of the divide is cutthroat. Don't forget that earlier when they introduced the charges of 10 naira, if you transfer above this particular amount, the argument was that the telcos, the argument was that the infrastructure needed to support such services needed to be paid for, and they transferred it to us. What the government did there was to reduce the price. SMS charge, now still data network they use, now still GSM network. It's not like they're not expanding it for our sake. The same way you make a voice call is the same way when you engage in a USD transaction, it passes over the same network.
Charles, I'm sorry I had to cut you, but I need to go on a break. This is the Morning Crossfire. I'll be back with you in a moment to take more calls and conversations. Don't go away.
A multinational company in Lekki, Lagos is massively recruiting independent sales executives that own a car and a valid driver's license. Are you ready to work with the company with the most history worldwide? Are you ambitious, a smart worker? Do you have a great attitude? Ready to take your career to the next level? Here is an opportunity for you. Please call 0815 705 0505 or 0905 637 4258 to book for an interview.
It's a new life. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's a better life. Yeah. A new life is here, where we lift the weight of you. Enterprise life, enterprise life. So you can achieve more in everything you do. Enterprise life, enterprise life. It's a new life.
Live the new life from Enterprise Life Assurance, where we have tailor-made life insurance solutions to take care of your worries. Our decades of experience in many West African markets, plus our unique one-on-one customer relationship, helps you get the best out of life. Visit www.myenterprisegroup.io/NG or call 0700 Enterprise. Enterprise Life Assurance, your advantage.
No more palava, no more landlord wahala. Time to own your home, affordable housing mixta. Easy way to the future, one step closer. Finally, oh dream come true. Whether you be banker, choose mixta. Business owner, choose mixta. Singer or trader, choose mixta. Office worker, choose mixta. Whoever you may be, no matter the property you want, run to mixta. For Ninja and BS, you mixta. Affordable house for everybody. Mixta, yeah. There's no more story, come on your house. So mixta. You can be a landlord overnight with mixta. Yeah. Transformation for Africa. Mixta.
Visit mixedafrica.com for more details. Mixta, leading the transformation of African cities.
Everybody get to mission. Everybody get to vision. Something we go set the mission. Just stay in control like super commando. No go dead on yourself. Super commando. Energy drink where you need on the go. Super commando. Oh yeah, get it out. Whether you dey walk or fire on, whether you dey groove or fire on, whether you dey drive, be you dey waka, cocoa of the matter, fire on.
Fire on and conquer your daily hustle with Super Commando Energy Drink. Available in plastic bottle, glass bottle, and can. Get energized to keep going all day, every day. Super Commando Energy Drink. Fire on.
Bisola, can you imagine if you just win 100 million naira?
100 million naira. First, that will change my name from Bisola to Bisola Mele.
Hey, Bisola Mele.
I say, before you say payment, babes, I don't start that shoe business where I don't dream of things.
I say big girl.
Before you know it, babes, I gonna open like 4 or 5 extra branches for different parts of town where Sengale.
No time to check time.
Next thing, my business gonna involve because they travel, they go supply shoes for different parts of the whole wide world.
Remember me for your kingdom.
Turn your daydreams into reality and stand a chance to win up to 100 million naira every week with Glow Rewards. Over 70,000 customers have already received cash rewards, and you can be next. Simply dial *777*6# then start recharging and start earning big. Visit glowwall.com/Glow Rewards for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Glow Unlimited.
It's a new life. Oh, yeah. It's a better life. Yeah. A new life is here, where we lift the weight of you. Enterprise life. So you can achieve more in everything you do. Enterprise life. It's a new life.
Live the new life from Enterprise Life Assurance, where we have tailor-made life insurance solutions to take care of your worries. Our decades of experience in many West African markets, plus our unique one-on-one customer relationship helps you get the best out of life. Visit www.myenterprisegroup.io/NG or call 0700 Enterprise. Enterprise Life Assurance. Your advantage.
The tantalizing tunes of the guitar, the sensational blare of the saxophone, the rhythmic beating of the drums, and let's not forget the enchanted and gifted vocals. Yes, I can already hear the sound of greatness as Nigerian Idol returns with a bang.
Yes, the Nigerian Idol is back with a bang to bring you amazing vocals from all around the country. Who will be the next idol? Tune in to catch all the audition drama from the 14th of March on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 29. And then join IK and the judges for the main show premiere on the 28th of March on Africa Magic Showcase, Urban and Family at 7 p.m. Proudly sponsored by Biggie Drinks.
Mama Shade, this your pikin no well. Make you take her go hospital now.
My sister, na big money be that too.
Which big money? You never hear about LSHS Ilera Eko?
Ilera Eko? Wetin be that?
Lagos Health is our wealth. Ilera Eko.
Now, true, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, don't bring correct healthcare plan. Well, makes sense for your domot. Enjoy supply healthcare where your hand feel rich. This one, now for everybody where they live inside Lagos State. They call them Ilera Eko. Whether you be civil servant, small private business owner, trade professional, or even market man or woman. So far, you they live inside Lagos. This better now for you.
Make you register with Ilera Eko branded agents or outlets where you see Ilera Eko logo.
Pay 40,000 naira every year for family package or 8,500 naira every year for one person. Make you begin enjoy with mind. For more information,
call 0700 Ilera Eko or 0800 Ask Lashma.
Or make you visit www.lashma.com.
Lagos Health is our wealth.
Life is for the living, so be careful what you're giving. Wash your hands and keep your distance. Give life a fighting chance. Wear your nose mask on your faces. Stay away from crowded places. Keep your surroundings clean. Maintain good hygiene. Keeping hands from touching faces. For our loved ones, friends and family. Stay alert and stay alive. Join the fight to save the world so we stay alive. This message is from the University of Lagos Center for Housing and Sustainable Development, sponsored by the Arts and Humanities Research Council, United Kingdom.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. It's not about how many chances you get. It's what you do with what you've got. Morning after morning, cup after cup. Start strong, finish strong. With the stimulating aroma and rich, creamy taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. It all starts with a Nescafe.
Come, you don't put yeast for bread before? The dough go just the rise. They rise like 5,000 naira when you put for EcoBank. Before you know, if it become 25,000 naira.
Oga Baker!
Hi! Now so EcoBank customers just they dance a willow as EcoBank Super Rewards don't begin boku their money falla. Save 5,000 naira for your EcoBank account for 30 days or open new EcoBank account with 5,000 naira deposit and you fit be one of the 50 people who go collect 25,000 naira a woof every week for 4 months. 4 people go win 1 million naira grand prize each. Collect EcoBank card for your account and link your card to *326# or EcoBank mobile to increase your assurance. So terms and conditions apply. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Start your baby's life's journey in comfort with Huggies. Win baby a brand new car or a beautiful home. Cash rewards up to ₦1 million, shopping vouchers, and lots of instant airtime wins. Win your baby a life of comfort with Huggies Happy Home Bonanza. Just buy any special Huggies Dry Comfort or Huggies Nappy Pants pack and scratch the promo sticker on pack to start winning. Buy now and win to bring your baby up in comfort. Visit huggies.com.ng for offer terms and details. Huggies, for all night dryness and comfort.
Hey Tolu, how are you?
I'm pushing, really stressed. Can't wait for the Easter break.
Oh yeah? Any plans?
I'm sleeping in. The kids will be with my mom. I need to rest.
Tolu, always sleeping. Come out with us. Let's have a relaxing and exciting family weekend getaway at Eco Hotel's Hippity Hoppity Easter.
Really? I missed out on the tropical Christmas last year. I cannot sleep on this, so what do I do? Hoppy and the kids are in for a huge surprise.
Be like Tolu. Refuse to sleep on this exciting and fun-filled Easter celebration brought to you by Eco Hotels and Suites. Remember, we are observing all COVID-19 prevention protocols, so only limited packages are up for grabs. Hurry now and get a package for your family. For details, please call 0808-057-1838 or 0806-588-1783. The Hippity Hoppity Easter at Eco Hotels and Suites, powered by Maltina.
Eco Hotels and Suites, nesting international standards with African hospitality.
Are you a resident in Lagos? Do you own a business or are you unemployed? Learn how to access and manage resources for your business. Listen to The Portal, on 99.3 Nigeria Info every Saturday from 11 a.m. as we discuss employability, funding, business management, working business strategies, and so on. You will learn from business experts, captains of the industry, and young entrepreneurs. The Portal every Saturday from 11 a.m. Brought to you by 99.3 Nigeria Info in partnership with the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund.
Get up! Get up! It's time for the Morning Crossfire.
All right, we are back. That was quite a break. Welcome back. This is still the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And we're having a second part of our conversation on USSD charges. Are you going to be paying more or less? Okay, my job is to help you understand this new policy by the CBN and the NCC, speaking to the cost of USSD. What this statement said, and I read to you earlier, is that this is supposed to ensure a much cheaper average cost for customers. But most of you, I'm looking at the tweet here, you're all saying that no, it is not less, it is more. Abdul's Salami Bishi says Wemimo 6 naira 98 kobo is going to the telcos instead of 10 naira. There is existing charges on customers and end users even under the so-called corporate billing system beyond the 10 naira. Some charge up to 20 naira. What now happens to those charges? Okay, there's one here. Okay, Yose Rotimi Olufemi says before the 16th of March, when this came into effect, customers pay 5 naira per transaction for using GTs, for instance, USSD service. But now it's 6 naira 90 kobo. So he's saying this is not an increase. It's not a reduction. It's an increase. Let me go back to 2019, if you may. My guest, by the way, let me introduce him again. And I must apologize about that last caller who was coming at you. Please, when you call, remember what we do. Speak to the issues, not the person. Let me know your thoughts about the conversation. You have no business with the person. Okay? Mr. Ajibola Olude is Executive Secretary of Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria and is here to help you understand this new policy by the CBN and the NCC. So keep your questions coming. All right, let's go back to 2019. I'm going to mention the telco because it was trending, was everywhere. It was MTN. And they said they were going to start charging 4 naira per session for the use of USSD. That was in 2019. Everyone came up against MTN. Consumers, CBN, NCC, everybody said, no, we didn't. Nobody sent you work. We didn't ask you to charge 4 naira. In fact, the statement, I have one of it here. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. I have it here where, the CBN governor was even speaking and saying that, we're trying to get more underbanked people to get in. So if you're imposing a 4 naira charge, you would cut them off. if in 2019, everybody, I don't know what your position was as Alton in 2019. Atcon. I don't know what your position was then.
I'm serious. I was the executive secretary.
Good. If MTN tried to make consumers pay 4 naira and everyone thought that was bad enough, how justifiable is 6 naira 98 kobo?
Okay, let me tell you something. Initially, there were misconceptions about USSD. CBN sees it as a sunk cost.
Yes.
Sunk cost means it's fixed. Those are the costs you incur, right? While you were trying to set up a business, probably trying to register, so it's fixed. Are you getting me now? Because CBN did not understand, right? The operations that are involved. Are you getting me now? In USSD, it's not a sunk cost. It's not a fixed cost, right? You keep buying fuel. You keep servicing your network. You keep recruiting. You keep expanding. So there are so many associated costs in respect of USSD. And like I said, it's a standalone dedicated network which must not go down. So there is a lot of investment to be made for USSD to be active.
To keep running. And these costs are, I mean, they're necessary on a daily, monthly bill.
It's daily. It's daily. It's daily. So it's not. So CBN did not understand. CBN sees it as a sunk cost, and it's not sunk cost. That's where the problem. That's where misconceptions start from.
What was the role of the NCC in helping? I mean, the CBN understand what telcos are going through. I mean, the NCC is your
NCC has. You see,
regulator.
NCC is our regulator, and NCC is doing its best, right? But you see, one thing I want you to understand is that CBN does not report to NCC.
No.
Neither does NCC report to CBN.
But
right?
they can coexist.
They can coexist,
and they should.
which they did recently now.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
by signing,
co-signing a document. Yeah.
So what I want you to understand, are you getting what I'm saying now? And I think agencies need to work more collaboratively. In that, when you don't understand what is happening in a particular sector, it's better for you to reach out and understand. Are you getting me now? What it takes to keep that network on. Now they realized that there are associated costs. Are you getting me now? That telco incur to keep USSD, going. So that statement by CBN governor or by CBN, was made out of what should I call it now? Lack of understanding.
So now they better understand.
Yes, that is not a sunk cost. It's not a fixed cost.
But it never had been a sunk cost because according to you,
never been.
The banks were paying it. Someone was paying for it all the while.
That's true.
So my question is if 4 naira was not okay 2 years ago.
Yes.
Why is 6 naira 98 kobo something for the consumer to be excited about?
My sister, there is inflationary pressure on cost. Now, the price of fuel, PMS, keep growing. The price of labor keep growing. There are variable costs that are affecting what is charged.
Okay, I get you to that level. Let me go back to the lines. 0700 993 993 993 for the female callers. 0146 57190. Good morning.
Good morning, Wemimo.
Good morning to you. What's your name?
My name is Saiwo from Mushi.
Welcome.
All right, so my question is, okay, there are some banks, for instance, if you're doing same bank transfer, they charge 20 naira. But if you're doing to other banks, the charges remain the same as the 10 naira, 15 naira, depending on the amount. So the question is, does it remain the same? I don't know if you get my question.
Okay, bank to bank, intra-bank and interbank. Are you asking if the
Exactly.
cost would change?
Exactly. Will it change? For instance, if you are transferring from access to access, it will be 20 naira. But if you are transferring from access to GT Bank, it will be maybe 10 naira depending on the amount. So will that change? Also, before now, I am an Etisalat user. They charge me for using USSD. Because if I don't have credit on my phone at all, I can't do USSD airtime purchase, for instance.
Really?
But those charges, yes, before now. But it's not known because people, at the time when MTN was, the news was out about MTN charging 4 naira, I was wondering why is this new? Because as an Etisalat user, I get charged.
Oh.
The amount I'm not so sure. But what I know is if I don't have credit on my phone, I cannot do USSD transactions. It comes with an error.
Okay, so this new charge, I know you're not here on behalf of the bank.
I won't be able to comment
You might not
on
be
the-
able
I
to
won't be
comment.
able to
So
comment
don't
on
worry,
the
I'm
bank
trying to get to the bankers committee. Maybe we'll have a part 3 tomorrow so we can fully trash this. So he cannot answer for the banks. But this new fee, this 6 naira 98 kobo.
Yes.
So who gets what? The banks and the telcos now?
No, it goes straight. The customers will be charged, and the collection will be done by the bank, and it goes to the telco.
I mean, let me go back here. 42 billion naira.
Yes.
Sounds familiar?
Okay, that is the
42 billion naira was old telcos by banks.
Yes.
In fact, that is why you both dragged yourself to the CBN. That's what that meeting held. The banks have been owing us money. They're not giving us our money. How come? What were you guys looking at? How did they owe you that much money?
What actually happened is this. 8 months ago, the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, because they want to clarify issues on the use of USSD between the bank and telcos. So they suspended, are you getting me now? The collection. They suspended the, what's it called now? I'm coming. The banks were not paying telcos, but the service were being rendered by telcos for that period of eight months.
That was under the corporate...
Yes, under the corporate billing
system. So the banks were not paying for that operation.
Yes, while the service were going on. As in the telco were still, rendering the service to them.
Which is why you said, the telco said they were going to discontinue the service if banks don't pay up.
Yes.
Are they now going to pay you up?
The discussion is ongoing.
Okay, so this new 6 naira 98 kobo.
Yes.
If the banks refuse to pay you that one, how are you sure that they will pay? They will send it to you?
No, now.
Because the banks will still receive it on behalf of the telcos.
Yes. There's an agreement now. Are you getting me now? That the money will be repatriated to telcos.
Under the corporate, I keep skipping this word.
Corporate billing system.
Was there an agreement between the telcos and the banks?
Yes, there was.
And they did not fulfill it?
No, it's not that they didn't fulfill it. I said they placed suspension. Are you getting me now? On that service. Right? But during that period, the telcos were still rendering those services to consumers.
It is the fault of the telcos.
It is not the fault of telcos.
Well, if they suspended it and you continued offering the service, why do you want to get paid for it?
You see, you should know that that infrastructure, that communication protocol is very, very important, because it helps us to bridge the digital divide between the unbank and bank. Right? If that service has been withdrawn, right, your mommy, my mommy, are you getting me now, in the village will not be able to send money to them.
So you telcos were doing a social service.
It's not a social service. They know that the banking sector will not renege when it is time to pay.
So they're going to pay you now?
There's the discussion is ongoing.
It's ongoing. Okay, I was trying. Let me see if I can take a few more calls. Good morning. Oh, so sorry about that. Please try again. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Crossfire.
Wemimo Adewuni.
Welcome.
Wemimo, in all of this,
Mm-hmm.
I am not understanding though.
Which part do you know? I've been talking about this for almost 1 hour. Which part don't you understand?
There is an increase. There's an increase. There is no point going back and forth. You know what I see in all this? They are trying to use us now to pay for the debt of the telcos. That's what I'm trying to get in all this whole thing.
No, but what he has explained is that that debt is being sorted separately. But what is happening?
We are going to pay for it indirectly. That is what is going on. Besides, the existing charges, will they be cleared? Oh, it will no longer reflect. It is only this 6 naira something that will be paying now.
You can answer him.
Yes. Yes.
You still don't believe.
Good money.
Unbeliever. You are. One. You don't believe. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Wemimo.
Good morning.
My name is Mercy.
Welcome,
Mercy. See, Wemimo, all these people, in fact, they are not there for us.
Why do you think so?
Want to shift. I understood everything. I was listening. I left all the things I wanted to do and listen. See, they are shifting this to end users like us. Okay, do you know how many end users that are doing small businesses? Why are they putting it so high? Even if they want to put it, why not do it such a way that we will not feel it? Why 6 naira something? Now they are shifting it for us. Okay, now we are happy. That thing is helping us. It's helping them too. That USSD is helping them because without that, we'll be flocking in the bank. They are not. The man has no problem because he's not the one that initiated this. But they should have let them know that this USSD is even helping them because without it, all of us will be going there. Even if it means sleeping in the bank, why are they suffering us?
I cannot disagree with you. It's also, I mean, it's good on both ends. You can talk.
Ma, while taking the decision, we make sure that we don't intend to hurt you. But one thing I want you to realize is that companies are set up to make money, and how do they use the money? That's what you should place your focus on. If I'm working in that organization and my company has rendered a service to a group of people and they refuse to pay them, will the company be able to pay me? And I want to believe, that 6 naira 98 kobo is cheaper for bank customers because in the comfort of your home, you can do your transfer. You don't need to move from one point to the other. And you see, to keep the service, going on, you have to buy fuel. You have to hire security, and all other associated costs must be incurred.
My time is almost up, but important questions to ask. If I start a session using the USSD and there's network interruption and I start again, would I be charged once or twice?
Just once.
How?
If the payment goes, that's the time you'll be charged.
So if I keep pressing the USSD and I have not made a transfer
or
bought anything,
you won't be charged.
So I'm not charged for just playing. My kids are playing around and pressing USSD code. I'm not being charged.
No, not at all. Not at all, man. Not at all.
Fantastic. We need to go. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming to expatiate these topics to us today.
Thank you so much.
My guest today has been Mr. Ajibola Olude, Executive Secretary of Association of Telecommunications Company of Nigeria, ATCON. I will try very hard. I told you I was going to get to someone from the Bankers Committee. I will try to see if I can get them in tomorrow. Let's hear from the side of the banks. So I just need you guys to understand what this is all about. The CBN says it's for your good. I need you to understand if it is. Thank you all, guys. I'm back tomorrow at 5 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire. Keep talking to me on social media. I'm there as Wemimo Sport. I'd like to see you again tomorrow at 5. Have a good day, Nigeria.
It's a new life.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.